Hello everyone, I've got something a little bit spicy for you today, and that is Pidgeot. I brought Pidgeot out to play in the Open Premier Cup. It's, I'm sure you're well aware, the normal flying type that we all know and love, and we've collected massive quantities of. And I got lucky and got a perfect, and have got enough XL candy, so I thought, well, why not give it a try? Because Pidgeys are so common, I hesitate to call it budget because it's really not, but you can get your hands on one and the XL candies for it without too much suffering and pain, so I thought I'd give it a whirl. Along with the team, we've got a Gengar in the lead with, of course, Shadow Claw, Shadow Punch and Shadow Ball. I think Sludge Bomb could work here, as could Focus Blast, but I've gone for the straight Ghost. Basically, I think I've got all the threats covered off otherwise anyway, so... Anyway, and I've just like Shadow Ball. I think the animation's pretty cool. No better reason than that, really. We've got a Shadow Machamp here. You can't see it by the image, but it is a shadow. With Counter, Cross Drop, and Rock Slide. And in the pack to close, we've got Pidgeot with Gust, Aerial Ace, and Brave Bird. The idea here being that between Gengar and Machamp, you can put a lot of pressure on those shields from right from the start. And everything in this team has got some great farming moves. That's what this is about. It's about playing an energy game, it's about getting some farm downs in, it's about taking away their shields, and it's quite a lot of fun, but it's definitely not one to play when you're a little bit hungover. It requires a lot of attention to get it to work. So, I'm going to hop into some matches and you can see how it's played out. Like I say, I've had some fun playing this, but it's ticklish, it's very ticklish. There's a lot of matches where I end on 3 hit points or less. That's exciting, it gets the blood going. Yeah. So, first up, we lead into a Dragonite. Now, Dragonite's got a big amount of damage with that Dragon Breath. We've got a quite hefty amount with the Shadow Claw. We built a Shadow Ball, we bait with a Shadow Punch. Hoping to get the shield from them. No, but we have got the health down pretty low, so we can... Now, it seems a shame to shield with your health that low, but we've got a big pile of energy there, and we can finish the farm on the Dragonite. Gengar with loaded energy, not much health, but loaded energy is a beast. So we're just going to go double Shadow Punch now, and hopefully to get another shield off them. Excellent, I've got a shield, and don't quite make it to the Shadow Ball. I think we should have got the Shadow Punch, but anyway, we've gone down. We don't have any switch locking here, so we can bring in Pidgeot quite safely. We're going to watch for a Sludge Bomb, and generously they didn't throw one. So this is where we're using the magic of Gust with its 4 DPT and its 3 EPT. So we're actually gaining energy quite quickly, as well as doing quite a big chunk of damage off that Venusaur. And managed to farm it all the way down. Again, we've got energy lead here, and we're going to switch out. Machamp versus Machamp. We've got a shield, they've got a shield. It's a fairly even fight, except we've got a Pidgeot in the back with load energy. So I don't think they can win this. And that's kind of how the team goes. It's, like I say, quite quick matches. I don't think we need to shield here. Got the shield already. And we can come in and drop the Brave Bird in the face. Ooh, that was almost close because we had a shield. So, probably just as well we saved it. Brave Bird them, and yeah, there we go. Brave Bird's a bit overkill in a Machamp that low, but why not? A bit of overkill's good for a laugh. Right, so next up. I actually stole this team idea of someone who proceeded to devastate me with more or less the same thing, but with the Braviary in the back. And I think Braviary could work here as well, actually, I have to say. It did, it defeated me, so, I thought I'd give it a try myself. So, Politoed's a bit of a nuisance lead, it's very spammy, in fact, even more spammy than the Shadow Punch Gengar. It's quite an effort, but still. We're going to commit our shields here, and go for the Shadow Punch to try and get a shield off them in return. The joy of Shadow Punch is, it doesn't actually do a lot of damage, it's a pretty bad move, and it's a 40 damage move for 35 energy. That's pretty poor as it goes. However, Gengar's got such a monstrous attack stat that it still does noticeable amounts of damage. So, got 2 loaded now, I'm going to do that again. And get the next shield off them, excellent, and just going to go straight for another Shadow Punch. Not going to muck around, because I think they're probably a Weather Ball by now. And sure enough they are. But we've got no shields, so we can't shield it. That's okay though, their health's low, and we've got a Machamp, and we're just going to bring Machamp in and go for a farm down. Out comes Venusaur. That's not as bad as it sounds. We've got a Rock Slide. Rock Slide does some good damage here, and they've got no shields left, so it's fine. There we go, they're going to take us out for sure. We're really lucky they're not going to farm us, but again, Shadow Machamp is enough of a threat that no one tends to farm you, which is really the big risk with this team. So now we've got Pidgeot to come in and finish the job, and looks like they did farm us a little bit, still. I don't think it's going to hurt too much. Sludge Bomb. So half our health gone. But that Politoed's on very low health, and we've got a Charizard, so we can try and get there with the Brave Bird. No, not quite, damn it. Okay, so Dragon Claw comes through, takes our health quite a long way down. We've got a Brave Bird ready, but we do have the Gengar, so we can switch to clear our debuff, which is perhaps a bit irrelevant, but there we go. We're going to go for switch to clear and finish off Politoed, and in comes the Charizard, and we return with a Gust. There we go. Very low health on my part still, but a win's a win. I'll take it. Gengar versus Venusaur. This is actually quite a solid one because we resist their charge moves, but they still do a lot of damage. So we do have to respect that danger, and perhaps... I can't remember if I shield on this or not. Oh, okay, so we'll see. Shadow Punch goes through, gets the shield. Excellent. They're going to return with something that we resist. So we're going to risk it. We're going to risk it landing. And it's going to take a big chunk off us, but not quite enough. And going to go for the Shadow Ball. No, Shadow Punch. Again, trying to pull a shield off them. Yeah, it's likely to get it this time, I think. Still. And, right, so, Gyarados. We don't really want to bring the Machamp in on that, so we're going to bring in Pidgeot instead. And we're going to Gust it all the way down to farm up some nice big energy, and then bring in a Machamp and look to catch whatever they throw. Hopefully they were throwing a Crunch here. Nope, but still, Aqua Tail doesn't hurt us that much, and we can possibly farm them all the way down. There's Junkus' tweet popping up. Comes as no surprise to follow him on Twitter, I guess. And we're just going to go for battering the Gyarados all the way down to 0. There we go. And in comes Venusaur again. Because definitely not going to want to go against the Pidgeot. So we hit it with a Rock Slide, and we smack it down with some counters. And again, they can't afford to farm us, so they have to throw, which means they've got no energy for our Pidgeot to come in and just get that one Gust in to get the energy off them. And there's a Drift Blim. Ooh, this is going to hurt. Obviously they have the Icy Wind, which debuffs us, but we do have a shield, and we do have the threat of a Brave Bird. So we've got the shield off them. Excellent. And we've got another Gust through as they throw. We shield the inevitable Icy Wind and go straight for a bit of a farm down. I think I'm counting right. No, I'm not. Oops. Still, it's going to be an Icy Wind because they can't, no point Shadow Balling us, and we've got to a Brave Bird, so we've got next to no health left. But we do have a squishy Grass up in the back. Oh, this is not looking good. 1 hit point left, and an Aerial Ace loaded. Goodbye, Venusaur. Like I say, some sweaty matches. Right, so next up, Gengar into a Machamp. So, we triple resist their fighting, so we anticipate them swapping quite quickly. Seems they're not. Okay, so they're probably going for a Rock Slide. They just can't really afford to bait us with Cross Chop here, so we're just going to shield the Rock Slide, throw and return. Also got the threat of Shadow Ball here. And the Machamp squishy. So they're not going to go for it. Okay, well, their health's now quite low, so we're going to go for a farm all the way down. And we're going to shield again. We're going 2 shields to 0. It's a bold move, but we got lots of loaded energy here, so it's not as crazy as it sounds. That threat of Shadow Ball is quite potent. Gengar of their own. Ooh, very brave. Okay, so Gengar versus Gengar. Wow, but we've got Pidgeot in the back, so Pidgeot's got quite a good matchup here. And we've got 2 Shadow Punches loaded, so we're going to go double Shadow Punch. And just do that. No, we're not going to do that again. We're going to bring Pidgeot in and catch whatever they threw. Hopefully, it was a Ghost move. It was a Sludge Bomb. Oh well, never mind. The Shadow Claws do next to no damage because obviously we're normal type. And this I don't think can be another Sludge Bomb. And sure enough, Shadow Punch does next to nothing. So in comes the Gramble in the back. And I failed to click on a move. Well, that's ugly, isn't it? And again, I throw the Shadow Punch. I probably should have thrown the Shadow Ball. Oh, I did throw the Shadow Ball. Okay, that's good. That was quite clever of me. So, Machamp versus Gengar. No health, but they triple resist us. And if they've got a move loaded, this is going to hurt. It's a Shadow Punch, so survive that and beat it down with counters. Good game, well played. what we've got next. Okay, Dragonite lead. It's a solid one, and a bit of lag too. Going to shield because the Dragon Claw will take us out. And let's play Prisoner's Dilemma again. Okay, so Venusaur comes in. We're going to throw the Shadow Claw, no Shadow Punch, I think. Yep, and don't get shield. Oh well, that's a shame. But they switch us in, so we can counter switch them with our Pidgeot and go for the farm down. If we're lucky, this is a Frenzy Plant. We resist, but it'll be a Sludge Bomb. Yeah. Sludge Bomb takes us to half health. We can take that, and we can save the shields up for our other squishy things in the team. And this is probably a Frenzy Plant. Nope, another Sludge Bomb. Okay, well that takes us out, but never mind. We've got a farmable Venusaur here. We'll get another couple of Shadow Claws of energy. And as you know, Gengar with loaded energy is a monster. So is Shadow Machamp actually. In comes the Dragonite again. We've got 2 Shadow Punches ready. So hopefully we can get those shields out of the way. There's one. And if they don't shield this will take the other one. We don't really want to be going head to head with the Dragonite with a Machamp, but it seems like that's what we're going to do. And it's Clefable. Oh well. That's me scuppered then, isn't it? There's not a lot I can do about that, and even that last shield isn't going to help me. Yeah. Still, sometimes that's the way it falls. And one charm will take out Gengar. Yeah. Bye. But I had a shield left. That counts as something, right? So, next up. We are leading... Oh no, taking a little while to load. Okay. Thank you, Go Plus. Right. Gengar versus Gengar. Always a ticklish matchup, this one. Because obviously you're looking to bait the other one. And now this is one of the advantages. We've got a fairly high attack stat, so we should win CMP. It wasn't deliberate, but you know, I'll take it. Alright, they switch to a Muck, which is good because we can bring in the Machamp. Now, Machamp is obviously quite good against the Dark type, and if they throw a Dark Pulse, we resist it. But their Sludge Wave is really going to hurt, so we pretty much have to shield anyway. Which means they can easily bait us, but they didn't this time, so that's okay. Sludge Wave is only slightly more expensive, but it is a bit more energy. And we're going to go for a farm all the way down, and drop the shield again. This might be a Dark Pulse because their energy is so low. And yeah, there we go. Still, we've got a full health Machamp. That's a good place to be. In comes their own Machamp. Great. So we've got energy lead. They've got shield advantage. So that's good. We're going to throw cross drops in their face. Take a big chunk off. And in comes their Gengar. Oh, that was a good switch. That was a very nice switch. So we're bringing our Pidgeot here because obviously, hopefully this is a ghost move. I mean, we can't shield it. So, and it's a ghost move. Excellent. So we can get a nice farm down on this Gengar, which can't really do very much against Pidgeot. And neither can Machamp, really. We'll go for our air moves just to avoid getting a Rock Slide to the face. I think we can take one, but we don't really want to. Going to find out, I guess. And as you can see, the Gust went through, so if this doesn't KO us, and it doesn't, and they go down. Again, 1 hit point left. But we did have another Pokemon in the back, so I think it was not quite as close as all that, but still. Right, and Empoleon lead. This is the rough one, because obviously Empoleon hits very hard with those waterfalls. It's very hard with its hydro cannons. We're going to throw and hope they take the bait. Not today. So we either have to shield or go down. And in hindsight, maybe I should have let it go, but no, still. We're going to throw, we're going to throw, we're going to throw, and we're going to try again. Obviously, this time their health is now low enough that if they go down, that's great. Bonk. Okay, we've got the shield. And they take us out. Still, can bring the Machamp. And again, got a shield. But we are going to get an energy lead out of this. And just going to have to hope they aren't being double dragons in the back. Because that would suck. Gallade. That's even worse. Okay. But they've got a Machamp. Ooh. Machamp and Gallade, both vulnerable to flying. That's good for us. But that Rock Slide is going to take us out. Yep. Not looking good, I don't think, because Gallade is pretty much nemesis for this team. So we're going to try and find you another Gallade for the later video and see if we can handle this a little bit better. Obviously, Gallade can hit quite hard against both Machamp and Gengar, and resists everything Machamp has to throw. And a cheeky close combat at the back. Well, fair enough. Fair enough. Well played. Well played. Right, Magnezone. Ooh, yeah, this could be exciting. Obviously Magnezone's a steel, we don't care because we hit neutral to steel. And we're just going to go straight into a Shadow Punch because we know Magnezone's a bit squishy, so we're just hoping they're going to take the bait and shield, but they didn't. Okay, so we go same again. And in comes a Snorlax, so we have to go for a switch to a Machamp, which is good because obviously Machamp is very good against the normal type of Snorlax, but not as good as it looks, because the thing is Machamp is so very squishy that Snorlax can actually win this one if you're not careful with the shields. Body Slam does enough damage that, and Machamp is that squishy, but no shields today, great, so in comes a Swampert. Swampert is another one that this team doesn't like very much because you are very much playing the who gets to charge me first game, and you can't afford not to shield the Hydro Cannons. So you do have to be quite careful. Still, I'm going to get a shield against them. They're probably at 2 Hydro Cannons by now, I'd have thought. Yeah, they are. And that'll take us out. So, Gengar can come in, and we switch immediately to Pidgeot. And, ooh, this will be a wild charge, which is going to hurt. Yikes, look at that. Still, Magnezone's going down. We're going to get another Shadow Claw through. No, we're not. Yikes. Well played. That Shadow Claw would have taken them out, and I think we'd have a chance to just one-hit the Swampert with the Shadow Ball, but not today. Well played. Well played. Gengar into Dragonite. Okay, again, we're going to play this out and see if we can get that shield again. Some say that there's strategy in baiting, but honestly there's not. It's very much a game of Prisoner's Dilemma. There's strategy in Prisoner's Dilemma if you play enough matches of it, but on a 1 versus 1, not so much. This is just a bit of a gambling game and trying to guess, based on their team lineup, how precious they are going to be about shields. Okay. Ooh. We're going to let this go because let's use their energy, and we're going to get a farm in with whatever comes next. I'm going to bring in Machamp because the one hit will take down Dragonite. And in comes a Swampert. That's good for us. We've got a bit of an energy lead. We can shield against them and start throwing our close combats. Not our close combats, our cross drops. I have wondered about close combat in this team actually. It's one of the moves I quite like, but I just don't think Shadow Machamp needs it. It just hits so hard anyway. We'll get the pressure on though, so we pretty much required them to throw at this point, and it isn't quite enough to take us out. So we're going to switch out with some energy, and in comes a Bomber Snow. This is not good, but we've got Aerial Ace and we've got Gust. So let's see if we can take out Bomber Snow. It is vulnerable to flying, of course. There we go. And we're going to take a Weather Ball to the face. But this is going to sting. But not enough. Good. Get a couple of Gusts of farm in. And going to get the Aerial Ace. No, we're not. But again, we've pushed the Swampert to throw. So we're in with at least a chance here to finish off with the Machamp. And get to the cross drop. Just in time. There we go. Good game. Well played. Another victory with a very low health left. But it's only the last hit point that matters, right? So, Empoleon again. Let's see if we can play this out a little bit better and not have them wreck us this time. So, we're going to go again for the Shadow Punches and see if we can get that shield. Excellent, we get a shield this time. So, we're going to Shadow Punch again. Just to add insult to injury. They know it's a Shadow Punch now, but their health is now low enough that it might just be enough. Okay, so we're not going to quite get them all the way down, and they have farmed us and built up a load of energy, but they weren't quite quick enough to use it. So that, okay, so Togekiss comes in. That's devastating news for Machamp, so we have to switch. However, whatever they've got in the back clearly isn't going to be going well against Pidgeot, just because they haven't switched yet, when they really should have done to chase after the Machamp. So either they're feeling confident or, well, not. Anyway, so we're going to shield against this because we're anticipating an okay. We're anticipating a Ancient Power, but that was an Aerial Ace. So we're going to throw an Aerial Ace of our own. We're going to use our energy here because I think whatever we've got back is vulnerable to flying. But we're not going to find out. Still, Machamp can finish off Togekiss with one mighty counter, and it's another Machamp. So Machamp versus Machamp, and we've got a shield and we've got an energy lead, but our health is low. So it's a bit tight, but I think we can take this. I thought it might be a Venusaur, and that would have been probably game over, but maybe not. Maybe not. Could probably take a Venusaur. Got a shield advantage. And there we go. Double cross chop. Goodbye. So yes, this team's been doing for me quite well, and most importantly, I've been enjoying using it. I am probably going to try something with Electivire for the next set of videos, and if you want to see that, well, there's a subscribe button. You know, use it. We've got a Charizard in the lead, so again, they've got Fire Spin. They're building up almost an easy Dragon Claw because there's almost no point throwing a Blast Burn here. We are just so squishy. Okay, so Shadow Punch is ready. And we get the shield. No shield. Okay, so but their health's low, and so we can throw another Shadow Punch, and they'll either shield or go down. So that's okay. And there's the shield. We can afford to throw our own shield here. Again, perhaps I don't need to, but I think we can close this. Just go for a farm down on the. Oh well, it seems like we're not going to find out. They've got a Venusaur. Going to bring that in and throw our Shadow Ball at it to try and get that last shield, which we get. And we're going to let them take us out. They have farmed us down though, which is a bit of a nuisance. It means they've got loaded energy. But we've got a Pidgeot here, so in comes a Sludge Bomb. I'm going to do a double Sludge Bomb. No. Okay. That's brave. A Frenzy Plant, then a Sludge Bomb, then maybe. I suppose they're anticipating they haven't got any shields, so we're about to get to an Aerial Ace. But at this point, because we've thrown our energy, we don't have to throw ours. So we can just do the Brazen Farm Down with Gusts. Charizard, I think, nearly at a move, so I do go straight for the Aerial Ace. Obviously our health's a bit too low to take any blows, and there's a Machamp in the back, which is going to be interesting, because now that's got the energy lead, but we've done a lot with that Gust. So, can we take a cross drop off them? I think we can, and I think our cross drop in return will put them down. Yep, and yep. Good game, well played. A couple of matches left. I've got a couple of bonus matches at the end for you, just some kind of fun ones. I mean, yeah, so this has been delivering some quite success, and because they've not taken the bait on the last few times, I'm just going to go straight for Shadow Ball this time. And of course, I don't fall for that. Still, so it goes. I've got the shield, that's fine. They're going to take us out. We're going to let it go down because our health is so low. But we have pressured them into throwing, so Pidgeot's going to come in and go for a farm down. We do have enough health here to not shield the Dragon Claw, so that's what we're going to do. And we're going to build up some nice big energy, because this way we can go for a Brave Bird, then switch to Machamp. And this is Clefable, at which point we're definitely not going to do that. So double Aerial Ace it is. Get the shield, and they take us out before we can get to the next one. Yikes. This is going to go badly, isn't it? Well, so it goes. As I'm sure you know, Shadow Machamp is utterly wrecked by Charmers. Good game, well played. And I think we're into our last couple of bonus rounds. So, that Gallade again. Obviously Gallade hits us for super effective, and it hits Machamp for super effective, so we don't really want to be switching out, but we want to be taking the battering off that confusion either. So we're going to go for Shadow Punch straight away, and we're just going to let them take us down. That way they've used up their energy, and it means we can bring in the Pidgeot and start nibbling away, and hopefully chase them off. And right, that was 3 confusions, so we're pretty sure this is a Leaf Blade. And it was. Excellent. So, going to get the health off them. Got an energy lead. Charizard. We're going to do the very, very stupid thing here. We're going to throw a Brave Bird at the Charizard, which they're going to shield, and then we're going to bring in the Machamp to try and take it out. It's not as mad as it sounds, because we do have Rock Slide, and the Charizard does have to respect the power of the rock. But they're bringing a Venusaur, which also resists fighting damage, so it probably wasn't as bad as it sounded. At which point we're not going to shield, because we've got their shields down and they have thrown their energy. And we're going to close the Pidgeot, because now we can farm down the Venusaur with Gusts before they get to another move, even better. and then double shield the Charizard if needs be. It's probably Dragon Claw, and they're probably going to get to another Dragon Claw. Doesn't matter because we can get to a Brave Bird. And there we go, Brave Bird it is. Kablam! Goodbye Charizard. A happier ending with dealing with the Gallade, I think. And then we're going to wait a little for this one to load. How's that playlist doing? Yeah, two to go. Gengar into Machamp. This is always a fun one because obviously you triple resist fighting, but the Rock Slide's hurt. They in turn can't really afford not to shield the Shadow Punches. So this is a good strong lead for you. And you can be pretty sure it's a Rock Slide because it's just horrible how much damage it does if it doesn't shield. Oh, yeah. So Shadow Punch, they didn't shield. Okay, so they're looking to take shield advantage off us. That's okay, we're happy to give them that. We're going to nibble away at the Machamp and take it all the way down. Because we've got shield deficit, but we have got a Gengar with loaded energy. So we can throw the Shadow Punches and get the shield off the Shadow Dragonite, and we're going to throw a Shadow Ball now and hopefully get that shield as well. Or take them out entirely. One hit kills the Shadow Ball are hilarious, but not to be. So it's taking us down. We don't really want to be going up against with Machamp, so we're just going to go with Pidgeot. And in comes Muck. That's an interesting one. I haven't seen Muck in a while, but we've got shields down, so we can do the Brave Bird, then switch. And drop a Brave Bird in its face, and not quite take it out, and not actually manage to switch in time. So it's now going to throw probably a Thunder Punch. Yep, right in the face. Was that an undercharge? That must have been an undercharge. I'm sure Thunder Punch should do more than that. Anyway, so I think they've got Thunder Punch and Dark Pulse, and this won't be Dark Pulse, so another Thunder Punch. Doesn't do a lot of damage, that's okay. And here comes the Dragonite again, and we're going to be able to hit it with a Rock Slide. There we go. Goodbye Dragonite. Good game. And last, but by no means least, what have we got? Gengar Machamp. Okay, so there's another strong lead for us. Kingdra, okay, so that's an interesting one because I'm not really sure yet. We're just going to go straight for the Brazen Shadow Ball and see if they don't want a shield. Seems the answer is no. We're bringing Machamp, go for a farm down. We take the Kingdra out before they get to a move. In comes Machamp with a Machamp face off, and we're going to get to cross drop first. This might push the shield out of them, but actually no, we don't need to. We've got the shield, that's good. We're going to go to another cross drop and maybe get another shield off them. At which point we can probably just let Machamp go actually at this point because it's done all the things it needs to. So that's what we're going to do, let Machamp go down. Because what we can do now is bring in Pidgeot, or Gengar actually, doesn't really matter. Gengar can come in and it's an Empoleon, so that was a good call for the back row. Shadow Punch onto the Empoleon, and this is where it's starting to get sticky because obviously Pidgeot's resisted by Steel. This is going to hurt. So we have two shields, they have one, and we have a Pidgeot of Doom. Can Pidgeot take out a half health Empoleon with a shield lead? Let's find out. Drill Peck, not the right move to be using, but let's pretend it was a Hydro Pump and we shielded it anyway. Probably also Drill Peck if they're thinking Drill Peck's a good idea here. Seems so. Still not the right move to be using, but hey, whatever. And we're going to go and throw that Aerial Ace because their health is now low enough that this will get that shield off them. And we can go for the next one. Yes, we can. There we go. So, resisted flying damage, but we did still manage to finish off that Empoleon quite handily. If they'd landed a Hydro Cannon, maybe that wouldn't have gone our way, but they wouldn't have done because we had two shields anyway. So, there you go. I hope you enjoyed that a little bit. I've quite enjoyed playing with Pidgeot, and I think it's going to stick around actually. It's just a very satisfying team to be using. I have no doubt it would have been carried by Gengar and Machamp because those two are just so terrifying. But having something with a broad neutral coverage of Pidgeot and the nuke move, that does fit well in this team. So, you know, it's not entirely a crazy plan. Well, it's worked for me, so yeah. And with that in mind, I hope your Ultra Premiere is going well. We've got a week or so left, and thanks very much for watching. Catch you next time.